What's going on, brothers? I hope you're all having a blessed day today. I feel like a problem with today's society is that aggression is looked down upon. Like, having disagreements with people, disagreeing over things is looked down upon. We're all supposed to be friends and get along and, accept everything, but that's not natural. That's not how it's supposed to be. Just think about it. When we were all kids, when we were all children, we were young men, right? When we disagreed with somebody about something, we would fight over. We would disagree with them. We would express that assertiveness, that aggression. We wouldn't just go along with whatever it was they had to say. If somebody came and pushed you around or pushed around one of your friends, you would get up and you'd get angry. You'd get mad. You'd be ready to fight them. You probably would fight them, right? And that was the same way. But I feel like schools and like going through school and our parents, they kind of conditioned that out of us. They made us believe that it was a bad thing. They made us believe that it's something we're not supposed to do when that's not really the case. Because that's kind of just how men are. We have aggression. We show aggression. We disagree on things, but like afterwards, after we come to an agreement, we're able to act as if nothing happened, right? Like a little story back from like way back in the day, back when I was still in elementary school. Me and my best friend at the time, I don't even remember what it was over. We got angry at each other and we ended up fighting. Well, I wouldn't really call it a fight because he was bigger than me. And I remember this man ended up just pushing me and I ended up flying across the floor, but that shit was crazy. I don't even think I hit it back. I was kind of a bitch. But anyway, after that, we was fucking angry at each other. And then like an hour, 2 hours later, we was chilling like nothing happened, right? We'd gotten over the disagreement and we were back, like nothing happened. That's kind of just the natural way of things. It's how things are naturally supposed to be. But all of that gets conditioned out of us. All of that gets programmed out of young men by schools and by parents, by their societies. And that's why today we have all of these weak men, these weak men who just aren't able to express their actual opinion, say what they mean, express their disagreements. They're just going with the flow of society, which is why a lot of the problems are here that we have today. So you need to be more aggressive. You need to be more assertive. Because if you're just going with the flow, if you're just doing things that you don't want to do, agreeing with things that you don't actually agree with, you end up hurting yourself. Like Andrew Tate says, that you can either be at war with yourself and agree with the world, or you can be at war with the world but agree with yourself. I think I just fucked that up, but I would rather be at war with the world and in agreement with myself and what I believe in, what I want to believe in. Right? Is another story, right? Because this is something I'm struggling with myself. Like I was a lot more aggressive and assertive back in the day, but now I'm kind of just laid back. I kind of just go with the flow of things. Because in school, like they did not let that shit slide, right? I was a bad kid. I wouldn't say bad, but I was kind of outrageous in elementary school, and I'd be getting into disagreements with my teachers and whatnot, and they would always I'd always get in trouble for it. I was always the one in the wrong, right? And eventually, I kind of just gave up. I'm like, bro, this don't even matter no more. I kind of just stopped trying. I started going with the flow of things because I thought, well, this doesn't even matter in the grand scheme, but it does, because I ended up hurting myself. That ended up hurting me. I ended up doing things that I didn't, want to do. I ended up believing things that I didn't really believe in, because that aggression, that assertiveness, that disagreeableness was just programmed out of me. So lately, I've been trying to get that back, and it's just like as simple as like saying no, right? If you don't want to do something, if you disagree with something, just express that. If somebody asks you to do something you don't want to do, just say no, right? Tell them, like, express your actual beliefs, do what you believe in, follow, like, stay true to yourself, forget what everybody else thinks. Because when you're being that authentic version of yourself, when you're believing in what you believe, when you're expressing your disagreement, that's when you can make true connections with people. That's when you can truly put yourself out in the world. And that's when you gain true, genuine friends, because they know what you do and what you do not tolerate. You're able to come together like mutually, because you know who that person is and they know who you are. They know, what you agree on and what you don't. They know what not to say around you, what not to do around you. That's a true friendship right there. Two men who are in not full agreement, but they know each other. They know their flaws and what they're good at. And they're able to come together and achieve great things, but you can't get that. You can't get that in today's society, because aggressiveness is looked down upon. Being assertive is looked down upon. So we need to bring that back. We need to start a revolution of men who don't give a shit about society, who don't give a fuck what is looked down upon, but they stay true to their beliefs. Now, I'm not saying if you believe you gotta go around and murder everybody, don't do that, because that's like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about anyway. But we need to bring back aggressiveness. We need to bring back assertiveness. Let's put the work in. We out. Mwah.